High stakes, everybody. The decider match in the open qualifier. The winner of this best of 3 makes it to the close qualifier tomorrow, where the top 3 will go to DreamHack, the $35,000 tournament. And we got a returning legend in Lucifron versus top 4 player of the ESL Meisterschaft, the top 8 player of DreamHack Fall. This is Orc versus Undead. Very, very high stakes. Lucifron is back and he's grinding. 25 games a day. Has defeated an X-Lord before on ladder. But ladder is ladder. That's his first big tournament since ESL Spain. And this is his big test of strength. He defeated Scour before. He defeated Paladin before. But now it's one of Europe's finest. A mouse sports player in WaN. Let's go then. As I said, we need good orcs in the tournaments in Europe. We don't have many of them. But today might be an orc day with Cooper still in. Where was Cash, by the way? We didn't even mention that. Cash not trying to qualify. Anyway, this is our first game. We start on Northern Isles. We got WaN in the upper right. He had a decent bracket so far. Defeated Dane and Robinson. And he's starting in the upper right with Crypt Lord versus Orc. Maybe banking on the fact that Lucifer doesn't really know how to play against it. It's not too easy. This was something that Lucifron probably never played before. When he was still active, when he won the ESWC in 2009. And what's he playing? It is a Blade Master opening, no Farseer Headhunters. This was the hero he was known for in the past. And he played them unlike any other one. First creep spot available. And yeah, can he play against the Crypt Lord as well as, for example, a Hitman or a Grubby? We'll see about that. Little wonky with the creeping here. WaN, we know that nobody in Europe really practices against Orc. Because there is just no high-level Orc. But at least he wanted to kick Spiral out of ESL Meisterschaft a couple of times. And maybe because of that, he knows what to do. Claws of Attack, planning for an expansion. And that's the tier 2. We've seen a couple of Asian Orcs go with the Firelord second, but that's also with the Farseer, with mass summons. And maybe Lucifron thinks he can do it on his own. The items, not the greatest. Circuit is of course amazing, but I think he bought that one. Ring. And where's WaN going? To the middle? He's not teching. And he's not expanding. Okay, definitely now the tech. Who's gonna get it? 48 experience on the blade. Lasted opportunity. Doesn't get it. Second one. Doesn't get it. So that's level 2 right there. Lucifron, as good as he was with his last hits and movement so far, here missed opportunity. But he stole the item, and that's the slippers. And that's maybe even worth more than the experience at the moment for the trades. Trying to fight out, but he would get a lot of hits here, so rather use the Windwalk. If Lucifron watched Cars, he can win. Ooh. That's the first blood here, isn't it? Low damage roll. And gets it. During the tech, kills the ghoul. There's of course more. And he's just bringing the fight to the undead base for now. Distracting, preventing level 3 while teching. The tech was rather fast on one burrow, of course. And the Acolyte is scouting for it. What will he face next? Blade Master still hunting for experience. Gets this one. Is it around 100 now? Gotta be careful as he has like one more Windwalk. He kills the beetles for experience. 3 of them. Replenishment potion is of course good. But also the Blade Master can heal quite a bit. WaN, where do you go from here? You gotta be careful. There's a Shadow Hunter coming.
Forces are under attack.
Little low on resources. But the Beastery is coming as well. Lucifron with good distraction. As long as there's mana, he can certainly go for it. Gotta be careful because there is an Impale. There is Reveal. So he can go full ham on this. That's level 2 with the Steel on the Shadow Priest. Little bit of critical strike. Lucifron's getting a lot of kills here. With the Blade Master only. And again, playing a little bit of Heroes of the Storm might have helped in the past. This is something we saw before. Like the early game movement of Lucifron is really, really good. Reveal used. This must be Impale, right? He's baiting that.
Players' forces are under attack.
But this is also a lot of experience stolen. Lots of mana drained from killing beetles. Getting close to a threshold here. So this is a Pendant of Energy and level 3 for WaN. Damage controlled. He got his first big objective after cancelling his expansion plans. Lucifron starts to creep. Easy to do, of course. But yeah. He gotta respect the Impale. It's so good. And level 2 beetles now. Lucifron is checking. Are you going for a second base? Not yet. DK is out. More ghouls are coming. And he wants the creep check. This creeping is not the fastest. He knows the movement probably. Talisman. Also not the best. Oh, he doesn't know the movement. Or he's really greedy. There we go. Probably needs a speed scroll to get out. Impale on the Shadow Hunter. Blade Master's not with the army. Can he get out? Oh, the barricades! How unfortunate! Blade Master need to pop him out. He's running as fast as he can. There's no TP. He's trying to pop, but he's landing just in another beetle surround. Heal Wave just keeps him in for a little bit longer. Aggressive coil, and that is a disaster for Lucifron. That's the Shadow Hunter gone. That is the infamous WaN surrounds. Oh, this grunt. Not getting it. Blade Master has one more Windwalk. Frostmourne hungers. Saves the ghoul. Oh no, there's an Impale. This game derails big time for the one remaining Orc as WaN gets a double kill and a grunt and another grunt. Level 3 Cryptlord, everybody. But he coulda, shoulda seen this coming, no? He must have seen the movement. Maybe the Blade Master just went to the right-hand side and didn't see it. Or then it's a lack of scouting and gets punished hard for it. Shadow Hunter almost back. But without that Voodoo Launch, he has no orb. Orb is amazing for this. Dispel only at 60%. And WaN retreats for now. This is time for an expansion. He has all the time in the world. WaN with an Acolyte Scout. Will know if there's a tiny Great Hall coming. Gets the statues. Gets Destroyer. Gets Frenzy. Gets the Lich. And can now creep up the storm. Which is something that Lucifron must do as well. He finally has a solution against beetles. With AoE Dispel. Vamp Aura for ghouls and beetles. So nice. Yeah, level 3 is mandatory. Blade Master is mandatory. TC high level is mandatory. You kind of want an expansion as well. Interesting to see that WaN is never going for an expansion. Never opening up that second opportunity to push. Blade Master is back, but only level 2. So the crits will be pretty irrelevant. And there's another creep jack. There's no speed scroll. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. So greedy for this experience. No destroyers yet, but in a second it will be there. And that's a massive impale. I don't know how to fight this. Coils thrown, Raiders obliterated. He's aiming for the hero focus again, just like he did against Paladin. Is the crit powerful enough, or will the impale prevent that damage? Shadowhunter in trouble. Invo potion popped and the DK goes down. Lucifron finding a way out. The Lich is still there though. The TC finally in. He needs more mana. Yes! Talismans of Evasion. Blade Master in trouble. Nova hits big again. Speed scroll to retreat into the safety of his base, but the first destroyer is out. And what do you do against it when no Raider is alive anymore? An orb will help, but he needs mana too. Lucifer diving deep into his base, trying to fight with the help of the burrows. There's still a walker and not too much mana. There's one impale. He can heal against that. One stays at 48. Lucifron barely any resources to work with, but he's constantly spamming units as well. For how long is the question? How long can he keep the production facilities up? No Kodo, no additional damage, no level 2 crit. And that's the Beastery gone soon. DK about to be back. Level 2 Impale now, and all that repair is for nothing. No Raiders, no Kodos, no Bat Riders anymore. And this is the moment where WaN is going for an expansion. One last attack might be in Lucifron. Didn't really start the Headhunter transition. No Berserkers.
A player's force.
But okay, there's still red spots. There's still a lab on the right-hand side. And WaN not forcing the issue for good reason, I think. Lich is close to 2. Crypt Lord level 4, alright. DK is back. And yeah, Lucifron needs all the time. He needs to rebuild the Beastery. He needs to get the shop back up. He needs maybe a tiny great hole. He needs Headhunters.
Players' forces are under attack.
But he does survive. Lucifron does survive. Creeping with heal wards and Vamp Aura. Oh, there's so much healing. Reveal used to see, hey, is there an expansion somewhere? It's in the north. He should know this. Hood of Cunning. A little bit of damage. Good damage on the Lich, actually. And how do you want to fight this? Supply is almost even. Temple is coming. WaN is just getting further and further ahead. Blade Master back with a heal scroll instead of an invul. Did he steal the invul before? Probably did. Shadowhunter, Impale, Coil, Nova. Oh, wow, he's out of that fight. The next one is gonna hurt and kill him. Heal scroll not used yet. The Stomp buys some time. But that's also so much mana. Ghoul block by WaN, putting in a lot of damage on this TC. Nova. The Impale doesn't hit, and that was quite lucky. Not much mana on the DK remaining. Healing is coming from the heal ward, of course. Last bit of mana for Lucifron. He has the gold for the mana potion. Needs to keep his TC alive somehow. Spirit Link, of course, helping. Next Impale, probably the last. Yep, there's also no mana potion for him. Moves in with the TC. Maybe a little bit of a mistake. Got the Devour off onto one Ghoul. Not the greatest. And of course, he's trusting on his Blade Master. As always, switching the focus now with Purge against the Frost Armor. That's helping. Critical Strike moves around after the invul. And now the Blade. How do you save him? With Windwalk for now. Oh boy, does he need healing everywhere. Not going for the Hail Mary, but it's in shambles! GG! Lucifron is losing his first match of the tournament and is now facing elimination as WaN takes map number 1 with an amazing creep jack. That was really, really what got him the game. The bottom right. If not for this creep spot, how does this game look? I think Lucifer had a good early, prevented high level, prevented an expansion, prevented high level. And then there was almost no way back. Lucifron did a fine job in staying alive, but that's pretty much it. And the early game, of course. Ente has defeated Stronic 2-1, is now up against Little DC. Ah. Now then. Game up. As Lucifron is ready, we're ready. And now we move on to Amazonia. Lucifron facing Ablation. His comeback might just end here. And now he needs all the practice in the world that he did. Maybe against Vortex, as Prizrak is saying in chat. And off we go. WaN one step away, where he would belong as well in the top 8 of this qualifier. Will he kick him out? Will he end the comeback after just one day? Or will we force a best of 3? Amazonia. Banking on the fact that there's no... not really possible to play a Crypt Lord here. But it was possible on one base before. And Lucifron again with the barracks. No Farseer. Did Lucifron ever in his life play a Farseer? I don't think so. Wasn't there a feature on W3 Champions where you could see what heroes a player is building? Kind of forgot. Somewhere it was there. But yeah, should be Blade Master all the way. With crazy... Oh, wow! It's a Farseer. So he knows what to do. Against the Crypt Lord again. This is going to be an interesting matchup. This is definitely going to be different. Acolytes hanging around to see if there's a Warmel coming or not. But okay, you can creep easy, of course. WaN trying to distract the creeps to prevent the lightning shield. But this is also... Oh, deny by the creeps. Well done. Looks like today is one of WaN's on days. Not struggling at all. Got the surrounds, got the timings. But can't prevent the lightning shield. Not forever. It's already a little bit of a distraction as we see the Cryptbot skipping the lab. Okay. Level 2 unlocked. How harass heavy
Players' forces are under attack.
is this gonna be? One against scouting with the beetle. Kinda easy to do. This took quite some time. Got rewarded with claws and slippers. Imagine him playing a blade master now. No war mill, so no headhunters early. And now going for the lab. What's the reason for this? I don't know. Again, it's attack as well. And it's gonna be a lot of summons.
A player's forces are under attack.
This will be a heavily contested mid-game for kobolds, for the trolls in the bottom right. Every point of experience is important. Who's gonna get a better level 3 has the upper hand. And Lucifron is splitting smartly. Takes out the Berserker, which is very easy to take. Loses a wolf here though. And WaN. With the Cryptbot you can pretty much go for every spot. With all the beetles you have so much... Is it meat to tank? You know what I mean. But while WaN is creeping the shop, Lucifron is taking out the kobold. WaN might be in time to contest this. Amazonia is super small, but he's not even willing to. This takes forever. Lucifron is getting really distracted and the kobold is still up. This was a little bit of experience, but not the big item, not the big experience. But yeah, gotta be careful with the surrounds now. Same procedure as before. Impale is probably a kill. How much do you want to spend on chain lightning?
A player's forces are under attack.
This is such an important last hit here. Impale versus chain lightning. Good blocks by WaN. Threatening a surround immediately. Impale. And there we go. That's all the opening he needs. Chain lightning. But he's keeping it close, isn't he? Getting close to level 3. No, he's not! WaN has another surround very soon. Or another impale at least. But he is level 3. Level 2 wolves are a force until the later stages.
A player's forces are under attack.
And WaN surrounds not sticking. At least not for now. There's another chain lightning here. He could free him. But yeah, Grunt severely hurt. Farseer very hurt. The only thing that's missing is level 3 for WaN. Good movement by Lucifron, dodging all the attempts of a surround. So, chain lightning last hit. Yep, got it. And that prevents level 3 for WaN. If he gets out without the TP, without losing a Grunt, this is looking fairly good. But there's the surround. So that's also level 3. Man, if he could prevent this, it would be magnificent. There was a wolf harassing here a little. Got a kill. Tier 3 DK on the other side. Wyvern! Whoa! That's old school. Thank you, Prizrak. Sonic defeats Lubber 2-0 and advances to the decider round up against Terra. Again, you guys gotta be so careful. So there's no fiends yet. Not at all. TC comes in with the stomp. And now he reveals the Wyvern. Maybe a little too early. WaN still has the time to make a transition. First run gone. The beetle block wonderfully executed once again. But I think he's able to fight out as he prevents quite some damage. It's close though. Has to go for the TP right in front from his front yard basically. And that's another Taskmaster. At least the item going to WaN. Big experience for the DK. Grunt saved. I hope he's not forgetting about it. Slaughterhouse Fiend transition instantly. As the beetle is killing some healing. I like WaN's play today.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, and he forgot the burrow during the fight. Can't allow that with Wyvern. You need to have the critical mass as fast as possible. Possible? Thank you, Hefty Sneeze, for the sub. Very fragile army. No healing. Greater mana though. WaN on the other side, creeping the same build here. Farseer is trying to create some space. These illusions have been great, by the way. Level 2 DK with the scroll, which is magnificent. There's not going to be the spell. Fiends benefit so much from it. Web is at 50% and Lich is coming soon too. Still going Wyvern. So we mask. Okay. Lady Luck wants a game 3.
A town is under siege.
But down the road, the late game army is definitely better for WaN. He has the tier 3. He's fighting tier 2. Piercing damage versus light armor, piercing damage versus medium armor. All these factors benefit the German. Good creeping. But maybe in game 2 it's Lucifron with the heavy creep trying to finish the Fiend. Doesn't really work thanks to the coil. But yeah, he knows that there's web. He's trying to expand, but the timing by... Ooh, the skeleton expires. Sends out more. Okay. Very obvious play then. That should be a good time to push. Still no dispel. Good summons. Rest of the army is too far away. Sad with the 2-1 over hot. Up against Cooper next. Thank you. Oh, is it enough? It's so close. It's way too close. Cancelled. There was still 3. Yeah, I think he has to move back way faster. This is such a big loss. This was almost no investment by WaN.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And a big outcome. Frenzy now. Destroyers now. TC is level 3. Huge mana pool. And Farseer level 4 for the Chain Lightning too. Can he snipe the Fiends fast enough? Devotion Aura, excellent. New grunt coming in. This expo will be cancelled again. Big fight coming. Maybe the deciding moment of this fight, of this game. Backstep attempt. Is there a new TP? I don't think so. So WaN has to take this fight. Can this TC get in position? There's obviously no silence against this. Wonderful coil. Last second. Saves it to the left-hand side. We have a Scroll of the Beast and no Dispel against it. Fiends are all taking damage, but they're not dying. The Liches! And now there's no Nova. There's no Orb of Corruptions. And there is Wolves eating the Fiends alive, but also Lucifron dropping down to 40 supply in a second. Lightning Shield on the TC, trying to find a new angle. Wyvern are falling in rapid succession. Ghouls are still on the ground, but will be taken care of by this TC. Mana for the Farseer is low. He got a surround down, I think. But where are the armies? Especially the one for Lucifron. Not only dropping to 40, but to 30 and below. It's mostly the heroes fighting. The last Wyvern. Oh my, it's the TC. Did he consume the big mana potion? Yep, he did. The Wolves finally saw their raid boss, and this Farseer is surrounded. Invo potion transferred over. How long can he stay in this? The Wyvern getting wept one after the next, and the expansion taken care of by the Beatles. WaN with one step in the close, with one lag in the close qualifier tomorrow. He was never able to get all the fiends. Tier 3 not done. This is not working out. Raider transition. What do you want to do with that? Mana potion was great. But that's gone now. WaN, what's your follow-up? He's definitely tightening the noose here. Below 30. Heroes have mana. It's gotta be some Hail Mary. Lucifron, all this grind, all that W3 Champions grind might come to an end right here. His might cannot be matched, apparently. One mistake in every early mid-game, I would say. Creepjack on Northern Isles and revealing the Wyvern this early. I think if he has the rally point set to the base and they are not flying across the little forest while they were fighting here, Wyvern have a way bigger impact. Also forgetting the burrow and not get up to 50 supply. Lucifron's DreamHack dreams about to end. Space is getting demolished, just like on Northern Isles. Slowly but steady. No, not slowly anymore. GG, well played. Lucifron's comeback ends on Amazonia, ends in the hands of WaN, who got the 2-0 victory here. Wasn't too close, I think. WaN just way better. And to be honest, we can be a little happy about that, because what would it say about the scene if one player just comes back, practices 2 weeks, and makes it into the very, very top of this tournament? WaN showing again that on good days, he's just a force. He has great blocks, great surrounds. Even though it wasn't perfect today, the might couldn't be matched, and there's no two brothers in the DreamHack finals. Vortex will not be met with Lucifron. WaN advancing, and I think he's the first one to advance into tomorrow's close qualifier. We take a look. It is Kraft versus Edo ongoing. It is Side versus Neutron ongoing. This one already finished with WaN making it. Will it be two mousebots players though? Bizarre versus Johnny Cage. Lil DC versus Ente. Tough game for Ente. Sonic versus Terra, Set versus Cooper, and Viz versus Blade. So our match is actually the first to finish, and that means we will get more decided matches here at Back to Warcraft. Wonderful.